What's good, team? Who is ready to talk about September? Right on time, killing the game. Much like every other month last year, September was a period of great transition in my life. I was still super amped about moving to London, but I was also freaking the fuck out. Which doesn't really come across in this video because there were a couple of clips where I talked about it, but they were too boring for me to even want to edit. So the only kind of hint of what was going on is the clip where I'm talking to you about how I'm making lots of lists and sorting out my life. And I say I'm going to come back and tell you what I've done later, but then it just cuts to a clip of the full moon. So full moon in my life does mean that yes, I was working very hard, because what else does one do at the full moon? But that is pretty much as far as it goes in terms of little glimpses into how much I was freaking out about my entire life in September. What was going on was essentially I was starting to panic about my entire future. I've always had a really solid plan up until September last year. That's the first time in my entire life where I haven't known exactly what my next move is going to be, and it was really, really freaking me out. I knew that I needed to get a job, but first of all, I wasn't really in a great mental place. Like, I was still a bit kind of off balance from like the rest of the year, and I also was getting really intimidated by the fact that I didn't have any experience in the area that I wanted to go into. So I was starting to really, really panic, and for the first time in my entire life, I was starting to worry that I was going to have to settle and just take whatever job I could get. And I was thinking that if I took whatever job I could get, I would get stuck in some shit job, and then I would never ever achieve anything in my entire life. And God knows there are a lot of things that I want to achieve in my life, and I've never, like never ever ever even considered settling. Like, that's not the kind of person that I am, that's not the kind of life that I've had. So that can kind of show you like how much in my own head I really was during that time. What I did to get out of that was I just talked to both of my parents, and they were like, chill the fuck out, you'll be fine. Just figure out like baby steps of what you need to do, and if you need any help, we're obviously here. So I don't know at what point last year I got it into my head that I had to do everything by myself, but I did, and I think that's what created the problem, because no one in my life has ever told me that I have to do things by myself. But I'm very, very stubborn, and I always want to. So I think I got to the point where I was just really freaked out, and there was a lot of kind of pressure on me, not from anyone else, just from like I was trying to live an adult life completely, you know, independently without a freaking job. I think if you're at a point in your life where you're trying to start an actual career, it is really, really intimidating. And so just having my parents be like, you're an actual idiot, we're obviously here to help you, like took so much pressure off me. And like, spoiler alert, if you follow me on any social media, you will know that I got a job in October. So it did work out for the best. But yeah, there aren't a huge amount of clips from this month, but that is what was going on behind the scenes. I probably explained that terribly, but like, it's not a period that I look back on fondly in my life. And it has also been over 6 months since that happened. So I'm just going to cut right to it. Here is September. I almost mispronounced September as September then, so that's why you may have seen fear momentarily flash through my eyes. Enjoy.
I don't think I've ever drank alcohol on YouTube before. That's a first.
Ooh, bad for brand. You're still wearing the bow tie and everything.
I know.
Welcome to September.
Is it all of a sudden like common knowledge that Harry Potter set like 96, 97? Is this something that J.K. Rowling said?
It's always been common knowledge.
Why did... It's not in the books though, is it?
Well...
They don't say like, oh great, just listening to the new Blur album.
The main thing that pisses me off about the movies of Harry Potter is that when Lily and James Potter died, they were hot 21-year-olds. Anytime they're shown in the movies, they're like mediocre looking mid-30s.
I think they're quite good looking. It's like a super group.
Yes.
The Travelling Wilburys of YouTube.
Yeah. I mean, I die inside a little bit every couple of days, but I always come back.
Thank goodness. You got a Beatle in there, you got Roy Orbison.
Which Beatle?
George Harrison.
Oh, so not even Ringo.
Not even Ringo.
A
George Harrison.
One.
Yep. George Harrison's in there. I'd like to make it clear that I also like you, Ringo, because you're watching. Might
Richard, if we can call you that.
I don't think you can, no.
Call me Ringo. Like, you're from Liverpool, your name is Richard, calm down. I'm kidding, okay?
Kidding, okay? Give me a ding ding. What?
I thought Mongolia was a dead civilization, like Troy or the Mayans. I was like 100% sure. I was like, Mongolia, dead civilization. Then my friend Will is like, yeah, I'm gonna go to Mongolia. And I was like, good luck.
Turns out it's real, right?
Yeah, apparently. I go out of my way to make sure that people's birthday is special and that Christmas is special. I didn't ask to be conceived sometime around March.
The joint birthday present is not okay. I don't want to sound ungrateful,
No,
but
it's
I'm
not.
ungrateful.
If my kids are born anywhere in like December, January, they are specifically getting like separate presents. Even if they get like one big present that's technically for both, like they are getting another present as well.
I'm so excited to meet your children.
Same. I don't really like the name Maddie. I don't think about it because it's my name, but Madeline as a name, lovely.
Very nice.
Maddie is a bit like Maddie. Something that I like to think of is the assonance in names.
Nice.
So I was talking to Dan about baby names. His last name is Stokes. Rosie Stokes.
Good.
Yeah, I told him he's not allowed to use that. I believe my quote was, "Bitch, unless I'm pushing out that child, you're not having Rosie Stokes." It's a great name. If you can't sing the notes though, don't be a professional singer.
If you can't sing all the notes. If you have less than a 7-octave range, don't be a singer.
Stop
Try
trying.
and do it.
Stop trying.
And don't try and soundbite that.
One of my favorite things is to watch YouTube videos of like my vocal range, and like their lowest note would be like and the highest note is just a screech.
Brilliant. I wanna swing. You're like, what? Stop.
What's good? I'm here with Sprigsy.
Oh my god, am I in this?
Yeah.
Hello, how's it going?
What's your commentary on our evening?
So it's been wonderful, don't get me wrong, but there's been a lot of talk about animals, and you've been
very passionate.
I mean, passionate is one word. I would probably use the word manic to describe your feelings towards swordfish and your feelings towards butterflies.
Caterpillars, butterflies, sharks.
Manic is definitely the summation.
I was like quite impartial about stingrays though. That was a good part of your night.
Do you know what? Even your impartial is like everybody else is fucking crazy.
You did say at one point that I was the most intimidating person you'd ever met.
I did, and you took that as a massive compliment, which I didn't quite understand. Just enthralled by you in the way that you kind of look at a gorilla in a zoo. Like, that's quite enthralling. Like,
wow, after the conversation we've just been having about my emotional state, you come out with that.
Can I get myself a halo?
That looks like Shrek experience.
I've got it in here. Yeah, sure.
Good morning, it's the 8th of September today, and I spilt a lot of yogurt on my leg. Like a lot of it. Also on my bed, right? That's a lot of yogurt on my leg. I don't really know what to do at this point. Like, do I get up? So that's covered. I'm now gonna take off my pants, so I'm gonna stop filming. I'm now taking this whole bundle to the bathroom. I'm gonna wash the yogurt off it, and then I'm gonna put it in the washing machine. Jesus Christ. Damn it. Hello, it's Friday the 9th of September. I've had a migraine for almost 24 hours. I feel dizzy, I feel sick, I feel very warm. I've never had a migraine before and it's not fun. This morning I Skyped my mom and now I'm running very, very late to go meet Dan, so I'm gonna do that now.
Okay.
Oh, killing it.
Oh, wait. Like, my phone is cracked. I
got
it.
It's the
Okay,
worst.
are you ready? This is the wrong superhero, but fuck it. Okay, that's good. That was a really nice video.
It wasn't a video. Have we been played? We've been played.
Oh, Neon Fianya's here too.
Hey.
And also Sylvia's here.
Hello.
I've been kicked out of the photo, man.
Which, okay.
It's much better this way.
Oh,
Look at her
I
go.
love that.
Sad boy.
Beautiful.
Lonely boy.
Wait, is that one?
Broken boy. What's poppin'? I have been really very bad at vlogging so far this month. You know how I've been saying for like essentially this entire year so far that I just don't feel like my brain is working normally? I have a theory that my brain phoenixed itself and it had to like burst into flames and give me a terrible migraine in order to start functioning normally again. Whilst I had the migraine, I went to Lex's Harry Potter screening with Dan, and then after that we went to the pub, and then after that we came back here, and then didn't really do anything, just kind of went to bed. It's now 12:05 a.m. on the 12th of September. That's it. I just thought I'd give you a little midnight update, because who doesn't love one of those? The only other notable thing is I've been listening to Tommy and Krista by Thirsty Mark again, which is a great song. If you don't know it, you should look it up. I'm pretty much always in the process of sorting out my life, right? We're all very, very used to this, but whenever I'm like, yeah, I'm sorting out my life, I always just say that. I never show you what I'm doing. So since I'm having my like grand September life overhaul at the moment, which I don't think I've even mentioned, but I am having it, I've been doing like little things every day to sort of like get myself in the mindset of like shit's about to change. Every day has a theme, yeah? And then by the end of this week, I'll be done, I'll be sorted, and I'll be ready to kind of progress with my new and improved, not a clusterfuck mess of a life, yeah? I've been doing like little things to change my mindset, so like things like reintroducing meditation into my routine, and like I'm reorganizing my tiny wardrobe at the moment. Today is the day where I create the blank canvas on which to paint my new and improved life. So I'm going to completely clean my room, I'm going to finish organizing everything. I've done all my laundry already this morning, so then my environment is ready. I can do everything that I need to do because my space is clean, there's nothing to worry about there. Then, shut up vehicles. Every vehicle is very loud today. However, one of the most important parts of the planning / organizing groundwork day is that you also need to be genuinely productive. Fuck off to every single vehicle. There was a motorbike, then there was an ice cream truck, then there was a plane, and then there was a van. I will check in with you once I've written some lists. Hello, I'm vlogging this on Snapchat because I look much better on Snapchat than my real camera. So it's going to be in 10-second clips. We're on the way to Fiona's birthday drinks right now. A little bit tipsy. We had some pre-drinks at the house with our housemate Matt, which is great fun. Fiona's swapping sides consistently, but she is here. I can walk in these boots. She told me that I looked shit in my first outfit, so I changed. You're welcome. I'm happier now. There are so many schemes in the works, you have no idea. There's been quite a lot going on the last few weeks that I haven't told you guys about, but it's contributed to the fact that I'm ready to get like absolutely fucked up tonight. Like on a new level. It's Brixie!
Again!
Get it down, yeah!
I already have.
I don't want to show you where we are right now. I need to tell you this. So that song Bounce from like fucking 2009 just came on in our Uber. I'm talking to Fiona and I just had like war flashbacks to that song Bounce. Like this reminds me of every club I was dragged unwillingly to. I can't even fucking walk. Is this our house? Oh shit, it is. Hello, it's Fiona's actual birthday today, so the 24th of September. Last night, I don't really know what you will have seen. We both went quite hard, as was the plan, but I just ate a lot of 2-minute noodles, and now I want to eat a lot more stuff. I'm also genuinely concerned about how I'm gonna feel tomorrow, but I'm gonna worry about that tomorrow. Tomorrow is actually today, which means happy birthday, Neon Fiona. Go say happy birthday to Neon Fiona. Gonna decide whether or not I want to eat or sleep. Either way. God, take my makeup off. Damn it. I was gonna say goodbye, but then I shut my eyes and the whole of my world moved around me. So I'm not gonna say goodnight, but I'm gonna say bye. Bye.
Tried to shut my eyes again, and it was, honest to God, the worst idea I've ever had. Dear. I think I'm still hungry. Don't know what I want to eat. Please keep me in your prayers. Bye.
I'm really not feeling great. I could be feeling worse. Like, you know how normally you're not meant to mix drinks? I think that I've cracked it. And I think the key is that if you're gonna mix drinks, mix as many different kinds of drinks as you can, because I drank so many different things last night. I wasn't even sick, I just feel horrible. So that might be it. That might be the key. At the moment, we are leaving imminently for her birthday dinner. I had a little nap this afternoon and then tried really hard to do my makeup. The reason that I'm not wearing like winged eyeliner is because like filling in my freaking eyebrows, I was shaky as hell, so I was like, we're not risking that. But you know what? I knew that was going to happen. I made a conscious decision and I'm sticking with it. Tonight, however, I really don't think I'm going to drink. My plan at the moment is to just get a freaking cappuccino, so I stay awake for the whole event. Good God. I need to eat some salads next week. We're about to leave to go to Neon Fiona's birthday. Come say hi really, really quick because I can't film outside the house.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
this
yeah,
is cool.
yeah.
We do need to go. We're running late. Hey.
Yeah, and whose fault is that?
Okay, I asked to borrow SD card took like 2 minutes. And
It took 3 minutes. We're in Shoreditch now. From the commute here, we are both done as hell with every person. So we're excited because we're going on a roof. So that should keep us far away from the proletariat. You excited?
Oh, I'm excited to be away from everyone else, yes.
Yes.
Also, it's my birthday, yay!
Yeah, that too. Fiona's about to hate on me on Snapchat because I'm trying to get her to take some photos of me looking nice. Happy birthday, Fiona, please. I just want to be able to...
It's my birthday, and I've just spent the first about 5 minutes of my birthday dinner taking photos of this one.
Hey!
Okay.
You realize you can zoom on Snapchat, right? Oh, that wind, that breeze. You can't really tell because it's a bit dark, but this is Neon Fiona. It's her 24th birthday today.
Yeah.
And we're excited.
We're so excited.
Yeah. Woo woo!
Happy birthday, make a wish! For photo shoot, so this is second best. No, sorry, this is first best. This is better than the photo shoot. Stay.
Wait.
Hold the pose, The candles providing the third point. Yeah.
If I've learned one thing from my film degree.
I'm gonna vlog with the light from Fiona's candle. Oh, it's gone now.
She's blown it out. That's the third time.
If not 4, maybe 4. Aww, cute. Okay, so about 15 minutes ago, Dodie texted me asking if I wanted to come watch her perform tonight. I was sitting on my bed in my pajamas at the time and realized that I need to leave essentially now if I'm ever going to get there in time. So I got ready in about 15 minutes. It could be a lot better, but it could be a lot worse. So we're going to go watch Dodie perform. I'm really excited. I don't really know where I'm going yet, but I need to leave. So let's go. So I made it to Great Portland Street. I'm vaguely on time. I found out that people that I know are actually going to be here. I'm very excited. Haven't seen Dodie properly in a while. Also, can we just talk about the fact that Dodie can text me like an hour before her show starts being like, do you want to come to my show tonight? And I can say yes. That's fucking great. I love London.
This is a song about feeling very average and just not cool, which is funny because everyone else was really fucking good tonight. My manager don't laugh at me.
Sounds like you're having a breakdown.
I wrote it and I thought I was falling in love mutually. Oh my god. But that turns out not to be the case, so now it really is just a plea.
Guess what? Stephen is about to do some magic and I cannot wait. She's not filming. Such beautiful words from a magic man. I love it. I love magic. The realest that real can be. It's the 30th of September and the sun has decided to come out just as I film this to make the lighting very, very difficult. Great. Oh, by the way, I have a whole theory about the birds in this neighborhood. We always have a theory about like the wildlife in our neighborhood. We is obviously myself and Fiona. The birds in this neighborhood, they had like a weird interaction the other night. There's some weird tension going on between the like ravens and the seagulls and the crows and the magpies and the there's just a lot, yeah? There's a lot of tension going on. Sorry, my hair is really annoying me today. A lot of tension going on with all the birds in the neighborhood. That's not at all what I was going to talk to you about right now. At the start of this month, I was freaking out about my entire life. I was finding it really difficult to get anything done. It was just a really, it wasn't a good place. However, over the course of this month, I've spoken to both of my parents. I've sorted a lot of things out. I don't know if I mentioned this at all, but the fact that I have ADD has come back into things in a positive way because it's like, I've always had ADD, but I just never, factored that in as, a cause of why I find something so difficult. And now that I'm like, oh yeah, that explains everything, it's a lot easier for me to handle. The other night, I was getting really frustrated about the fact that I'm not in education anymore. I had, a proper, I was getting really frustrated because I'm I just want to learn. I want to be in a lecture and I want to learn. So I made myself a little curriculum. and I started reteaching myself Latin. I did consider, like, could I do a master's for shits and gigs? But then I was like, I don't really want to pay for a master's. Like, I could do a master's. It wouldn't be that hard, but, like, I don't want to have to pay for one. And, like, put the rest of my life on hold while I do that. I would love to, like, go to the lectures and do some of the assignments for a master's. But I also really don't want to write a thesis or anything like that. I definitely am going to do a PhD at some point in my life, purely because I want the achievement and I want people to have to refer to me as doctor. My dad has a PhD, so he gets to be called doctor, and he gets the letters after his name. So I want that. That is like after I've had kids, when I'm like a little bit bored and I'm like managing a boy band. Like that phase of my life, I'll do a PhD. I want to get some textbooks because I love reading textbooks, because that's just the kind of person that I am. I really should be concentrating on getting a job and not being my own university course. But honestly, there are worse things I could be doing, like crack. And I'm not doing that. So education is my crack. In the drug sense and in the Irish sense. The other night, Fiona and I did the most thorough stalking we've done in a really long time, or possibly ever. There was this girl who we found on YouTube, and we were like, she just has like the weirdest family. Like, we saw a photo of her family on Instagram, and we were both like, we need to know more. Essentially, we ended up stalking the whole family through like voter records and like business registrations. Like, we went deep with this, and it wasn't even like I just wanted to find out what her dad does for a living, because he looks like a really weird guy, and Fiona was just really interested because they've got a weird dog. So literally just because we were both bored, we did like a private investigator level stalk on this like random person's family. And then we saw this photo and literally both cried with laughter, because first off, the big one is a husky, yeah? That's the normal dog, yet in this photo, he's the one that looks like a freak. I believe it's a female dog. She looks like the freak, when she really is the normal one. It's just that she's surrounded by a lot of freaks, so she stands out. Wow, isn't that a metaphor for life? But also note that there is a really tiny dog in the corner. Did you see that dog at first? Because I didn't. What is it? I'm not even looking at this photo right now. I just have it's ingrained in my memory. Bye. So that was September. My personal highlight was the clip where Fiona and I were trying to explain how traumatized we were by that song Bounce, particularly because an accent came out of my mouth that I have never heard before on anyone, let alone myself. So that was great fun. Yeah, September was a bit of a mess, wasn't it? But in October, I got my shit together. So we can all look forward to that next time. Bye.
If you have less than a 7-octave range, don't be a singer.